This is the National Park overview chart. And the green box in the center there is for day 9, leg 9, the area of operations for today. This is today's track in Google Earth. You note the departure area up in the upper left-hand corner at Johnson's Bay, and then on the arrival point is down in Junction Bay on the southeast corner of this chart. Here's the nav chart, and today we went 7 miles and averaged about 6.3 knots for the total trip. This is the Avenza Park map that shows a lot of detail and the departure and arrival points. You might note there that potential lake that was a bust. It looks like a nice body of water there. It turns out you can't access it. It's just too shallow to get in there. It may likely be just a marsh. The other point to note on this chart is the falls down there in the far southeast corner of the chart. I will go there on the next day. Okay, here we are at the Junction Bay site today. Already hot as a pistol, and this is extremely steep. So I thought I'd film a little bit before I start washing dishes. But as you can see, it's pretty steep around here. It's not a regular boat site. I just looked around until I found one that looked like it might work, where I also had a good exposure to the sun for the solar. So I already went out and trimmed these trees because they were just full of dead limbs that make it really difficult to tie up or make adjustments to the rope. So anyway, this point right there kind of protects me from the rest of the lake and where there will be some traffic. So I will very carefully go up this slope here because you can see sign here. I think this is otter because of the size of the feces and the fish scales. So I think they brought their catch up here on the beach, and there's a couple of spots like that in this area. So here's another one. All kinds of fish scales and stuff. So I'm tied up to this tree on the starboard side. And somebody did at one time set up a fireplace. You can see it's been a long time since it's been used though. And part of the reason is this: it's just very steep, rocky, and really not very good open sites for any kind of tent. So I suppose they can find something, but there was some areas up higher there that I may check later that they could have used. There's a nice breeze coming in here right now, but unfortunately it's not felt so much down on the boat. It's one advantage of anchoring is that you get a better flow of air through the boat because it lines up with the wind. So I'll walk up here a little bit, but you can kind of see that there's another spot. And pretty steep, rocky. You got to watch your step here or you're going to take skin off your knees. I brought one pair of shorts thinking I wouldn't wear them at all, and I've been wearing them almost every day because of the terrible heat. Up in the 90 or close to 90 yesterday, and it will be today too. So, but you can see it's a steep incline or decline, I should say, from here down to and here's some more feces from otter, I think. Could be mink, but mink would be smaller feces, I think. So can't prove it, but what they're eating. They eat similar things, but based on the amount of scales and stuff, they're all over the place here. So I don't know if I'll have a chance to see them or not. But there's one thing that's good here is swimming. So I'll probably, although it's rocky, it's pretty clear water. So see down there. And yesterday I had all those weeds, so I ended up doing a hot shower on the aft deck, trying my new rig. That worked pretty good. I didn't use the tent because it was very private, so I didn't need that. But there almost looks like a little bit of sand here. Kind of interesting. These feces are all over, so I got to be careful where I step. Anyway, it's just down to the boat here is even a little treacherous step. But I'll go over here just a little bit and check out the water. There's a few lily pads there, but and more weeds off to that direction. And then I'm tied up to this tree here for the port side. Was able to come in here without any issues. So I think I'll go wash dishes. One of those fun things to do once a day, whether I need to or not. I'm just sitting here after I took a swim. It's about, temperature is 91 degrees outside, 85 in. And I took a swim and cooled off a little bit. I'll probably have to do that a couple more times this afternoon because it's just so hot. So I've been sitting tight inside. Here I'm at my galley table. Just finished having some crackers and cheese, apples and nuts, and a glass of white wine, and relaxing a little bit. I'll probably read a little bit. There's so much heat. The good part is that we've got a nice breeze that's helping to keep the heat and humidity to a minimum, but at least the feel of it. So that's good. But hopefully that wind will continue. I'm going to have to change the panels and angle them towards the sun because I've lost so much battery power, solar battery power in this, with all this heat we've been getting. I'm hoping we get relief here in the next day or two.